Gotta be fun.
Losing captain even.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's good. You're right when you said that.
Did you go back to
We
work?
went on both of them. It's a different right way.
White. I'm white, right?
Well, they have had some.
On Friday, okay.
had to work today and couldn't be down at the Hilton Hotel, missed a great kickoff lunch for our big, exciting football season. So on behalf of everyone that was there, they can tell you personally, it was, this is the first one I've been to, but Lee and Eva told me we've had over 1,000 people. It was packed. Coach Lundstedt really fired everybody up. So I think for those of us going to the game tomorrow, it's going to be a pretty exciting time. So it was a good way to begin the weekend. But tonight, the reason we've been called here is it's even a bigger call to action. We, in the Alumni Association, have, for a long time, always met or exceeded our objectives. But some would say, I actually have said, you know, if we think out of the box, what could we really do? What could we really achieve? What could we do as an organization that would give us independence, financial security, rank us up with the best alumni associations in the world? And so a few months ago, in the normal process of our strategic plan that was chaired by our President-elect Brian Generalovich, and we started really with Eva doing a rolling 3-year plan, we started talking about what could we do that would really make a difference? What could we do that would give us these strategic objectives? And one of those objectives was financial independence. This isn't so that Lee can be more independent and give out no that trouble or tell the chance we're doing it our way. This is really to give us the financial strength, the independence to really be grown up. And so one of the things that we talked about was what can we do to increase membership in the Alumni Association? And what makes a huge difference is getting lifetime members. And so tonight, we're going to talk about a kickoff of doing that. We're going to talk about the ability to make one of our major objectives financial independence through a member get a member. And that's what's behind me. It's the Ready, Get Set, Go campaign that we're going to talk about. And you've been selected to be strategic partners in this endeavor. If you think about where we've been and where we're going, we really set 3 really important goals, and this is one of them. And most of you know the other ones because you've been involved in this. Come on in, nobody's late. She played the organ on Sunday night. She was pretty good at Saturday night, I'll tell you that. Does anybody have or remember any of those other big strategic objectives? I know Brian does. Even you remember any of them? Students. Yeah, exactly. You started it. We picked it up. And that's another one of those important things that we're going to do. We're going to talk about that too over the next couple of days. But that's also an important goal. Anybody remember any of the other? There are a lot of goals. We've got 14 of them, by the way. But we're just talking about the 3 big ones.
We're getting more email addresses.
Well, that's one of them, but not the top one. But communications is a big one. And that's the way, as you know, as you look at blue and gold students around here, their number one way of communicating is really through email. So that is important. Anybody else have one that comes to mind? Brian, you want to help us out?
Well, we've got financial strength, of course, is what we're talking about.
Exactly.
We've got student involvement, communication, and partnerships.
Exactly, partnerships.
Okay.
So that's what we're focused on. But tonight it's about membership. So I'm going to turn it over to Lee now, and he's going to fill in the details and paint the canvas for us.
Thank you, Keith. He did a great job, didn't he?
I have one question. Keith.
Yes.
Keith, was there any predictions today for the game at the luncheon?
I think Coach Lundstedt was so nervous with all the exuberance in the room. He said he knows that he was going to do one thing this afternoon. He's going to go back to his office and continue to look at film. Yeah. And he told Kavanaugh and our
Rhodes.
Rhodes, they better be in the office when he gets back because they should be looking at film.
Well, what a weekend, huh? Here we are tonight, and we're going to have this member celebration. We're expecting about 250 people downstairs. And what's great is I don't know a lot of those names. And in fact, those are folks who stepped up to become like members. And last night I read the new types of alumni connections, and when you read list after list of those new life members, that's exciting to see. You know, so our family is growing. And Keith really talked about the financial strength piece, which is critical. And one of the pieces that we realized as we were doing strategic planning was the credit card money, which is a big part of the entire budget, is going to be reduced probably by 50%. So we're going to be looking at an $8.6 million type of endowment is what we're going to need. So there's going to be two major strategies. One is like membership endowment. The second one will be more of a general type of endowment. But tonight we're focusing on member get a member. To the credit of Brian and the strategic planning group and all of you, there are some groups that could say, well, that's 7 years away, that credit card shift, but not this group. This group said, we're going to be proactive in planning. And as you might remember, the executive director's talk a few months ago, the greatest resource is who? You, right? 235,000. We have a staff of 17. You know, you are the resource, and you're the key. And so what we wanted to do is to really unleash the resource and let you do your thing. And the number one strategy and to do that is to find 4 leaders who could lead these teams. 4 people who have been leaders here for a long time. And people who will accept nothing but success. Because I've worked with them, all 4 of them, and they are phenomenal leaders. So our 4 captains are Blaine.
Blaine's not a captain.
Blaine.
Blaine is not a captain. Just because Sam didn't show up doesn't mean Blaine can.
All right, let's move on. Keith covered that one. We'll go on one more. Here they are, the 4 captains. Brian and Eva and Sam and Keith. And Sam wanted to be here, but you know what? His daughter's getting married right now. So that's the only good excuse. Sam to come up here and to not be here.
One of our leaders wants to, where are his priorities?
Where are his priorities?
But you know what? All of you here are invited to Sam's daughter's wedding. So we're going to come down with all 235 dollars there to see Sam handle it.
Remember, Colin, so we'll all show up tonight.
With the bus leaving at 9 o'clock.
I'm sure it'll be great. So the idea is really to have these 4 teams, and we're going to have fun with these teams. And there's been some bantering. And we actually had a draft, and the captains were trading, and they could trade up to 2 people. We won't tell you who they wanted to trade for, but it was spirited. And Eva's making some big, bold claims. You're going to hear from the captains shortly. You'll be assigned to a team. Currently, we have about 3,000 plus life members, and so each team is being charged with recruiting 500 members. Now, we have about 30 people per team, so what you can do is you can recruit like 18, 19 people each, or you recruit 20 more people to your team, you get to 50, to 500, and that makes it 1 in 10. That seems to be a pretty manageable number, but that's really good, turns out your team captain and your strategy. This is a 3-year program. And we talked about what makes sense. It really campaigns, when you look at United Way and all those things, really run like a 4-month campaign. Because you don't want to be campaigning all the time. And what you want is you want to build on the excitement of today. The fall season, students are back. The football program is exciting. There's a lot of things happening. And Pitt is now number 19 in terms of public university. Isn't that great? We went from 5 years ago, we were 39. 39 into 19. I mean, that's impressive. That is impressive. And we have played a big part in that all, to that progress. So the campaign will run from September through December. So 4 months. So that's why we wanted to kick this thing off and get rolling. Blaine? Okay, how do I go out and acquire members? Well, you know what? They're everywhere. I signed up 2 nights ago, true story, Keith. Now, who's Keith? Keith is the guard who works at night. I signed up the guard to join the Alumni Association. All right? Lou, who used to work in the booth at the Holiday Inn, is a member of the Alumni Association. I mean, there are people, you laugh about this, but that's the way we are, And it's a matter of just talking to people. It's your friends, it's your colleagues. You'll see tonight out in the lobby, we pulled up a prospect list of 500 people who've been, like annual members for 3 years or more. there's 500 names out there. Great prospects. Plus, if you want a list, you call the staff, and Cheryl McNamara, she's our point person on this whole project. Cheryl's out front. Cheryl, can you come out? This is Cheryl. She's our member get a member person. And staff took this so serious that we realigned Cheryl's responsibilities. You probably got that note in terms of email. Julie is now taking care of clubs, and Cheryl is part now of the membership team because we've got to put staff members to help you and support you. So if you want a special list, you can talk to Cheryl. You'll find a list. Your captains will have a list of the entire group of life members right now, and we'll talk about that in a minute. What materials are available? You have some great materials in your packets. We have a letter from Keith, which is your template. We have these applications. We have the email text. We have a case for support. So folks, and let me say, you know, just when we work on this $1 billion capital campaign, everybody gets hung up on the case for support and all these brochures, and this stuff is helpful. But it comes down to talking to somebody and talking about why you believe in Pitt and telling your story. So these are tools to just hopefully, you know, to just help you see what's going on here. And it's the case, and again, you know, you can take your time and take a look at all that. Blaine? Okay, how do our teams get credit? Not that you folks are at all competitive. Are you competitive? No. I tell you, it's one of my favorite memories of all of you is playing Jeopardy. Remember that Jeopardy game? I mean, that was cutthroat Jeopardy. I mean, people were really into it, and that's great. But we want to make sure you get credit. So when you look on your cards, you'll see the team name. In a case like this is Zacharias, and then your player name. Now, and we have a banner program going as well, and clubs have to get a certain amount of members. So Tim Cassini is going to say to me, Lee, how do I get a dual credit for somebody to be part of that team? Plus, there's Denise nodding her head, and Bob's nodding, all you folks who want to get banner status, and that's great. Susan's going, I better get double credit, right? Otherwise, Susan's going to call me on this. So we planned ahead, and there's a line here for club council name. So you can put down New Jersey Pitt Club, Philly Pitt Club, the AAAC, or whatever. So you get dual credit here. So, and the point being, if indeed you're part of like Eva's team, you know, you'll write down, you know, your name, and then you can write down just, you know, just if you're tied in to a club or whatever. And we've also been working on the web. So you say, okay, friend, join on the web. You can go down there and fill in Team Schaefer and all of that. So that's a helpful tool. But really, if you hand them this, you know, it's really clean. Because they fill out over here, and you get the credit over here, and then we'll track this. And once a week, we're going to send out these updates. All right? And you're going to see if Keith's team is leading, or Brian's, or Eva's, or Sam's. And I'm sure that there are all sorts of strategies. And then Eva is already bringing gifts to her team. So Keith, I don't know, Brian, stakes are high. All right, let's move on. How do I know if someone is already a member? You can look them up on the online community, one of our services, free service, or you can call Kat. All right? So some of us just call Kat, and she's great. And so we can help you to check that out. Or the fact you can ask somebody, are you, in terms of a life member? No, I'm not. Well, let me tell you about, you know, what's going on. Great. Okay, here's how you'll be rewarded. And we said, and we talked to some volunteers, and we said, let's have this be fun. So the team in the lead at the October board meeting, all the team members will receive sweatshirts with the new Pitt logo. And then if you have recruited at least one, I trust that and the whole group will be in that role, you will get a baseball cap with the new logo. And the winning team, I've talked to the chancellor, he said, I would love to host a reception for the winning team. So that team's going to spend the night with Mark, but we thought about incentives. And Mark was funny, just with Keith and Brian, I was talking, he said, Lee, I'm not really into gimmicks, you know? So yeah, he had all the gimmicks, so we threw the gimmick stuff at the bottom of the pile. So we said, we're not going to play the gimmick card, but that's a fun kind of a thing. Plus, we're going to have a TV watch for the Pitt Louisville game on Thursday, November 3rd. And that's a chance to bring prospects out, and just a fun night you know, in terms of Friday night, have some pizza, have some drinks, and let them kind of see what's going on and have some fun with all of that. Okay, Blaine? Okay, then our question is, you know, how do I get started? Tonight's event is a celebration of membership for 10 years. It's hard to believe it's 10 years ago. Brian, when you think about that, I mean, it was just a concept.
I was a teenager.
You were a teenager.
Still can take a jump shot.
We take the opportunity to meet our valued life members. I know that Keith is going to talk about the program, and they're going to be filling out cards that they want to, you know, tie into that. There's a chance to talk to them about the association, and maybe they want to do something else. It could be part of some other program. Just last week, we ran some numbers. Did you know we have 54,000 alumni engaged in some way with Pitt? Isn't that amazing? 54,000. I mean, there's a lot of people engaged. It is great. Okay, let me turn to Jana and Tamora to see if I've left anything out.
I think you covered everything. But if you
Got
did,
one- John, before you start, one
Yes.
question before, and I think we ought to clarify
Yeah.
this.
It's time for.
I had a couple questions, not to get started on your team, but some of the alums that I've already contacted are alumni with single alumni member or life
Single
member.
annual or no? Single life.
Life, right. Now, what they were asking me is, could they become a joint member under this campaign? And of course, I told them, of
Yes.
course. And then would be just a difference in cost between.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, fine.
Let me tell you a story. Several years ago, I think Andy Kay was president, and our goal early on was 100 charter life members. We were at 99. Lindsay Loftus called me at 5 to midnight and said, "Can Mary be a life member?" I said, "No problem." He said, "Oh, thank goodness, because my goal was 5 minutes away to get 100. That's how we got to 100 that year. That's a great strategy, Brian. And when you get a joint member, that's 2.
Okay,
But they're
now
already
you guys don't have to
one.
listen to that.
Yeah, because you already have one.
Already know.
But just when you talk to somebody and they're, in terms of a couple or, you know, whatever, they're not life members, that's not the truth.
Well, what's interesting too is I talked to a number of people that didn't even know that they were life members. They did not remember. I
Don't
didn't.
tell them, I'm kidding.
And see, now that's a businessman, an ethical professional, medical
That's what we have to do.
professional.
Okay, and then, right now, I tell you what, yeah, Frank.
I just had another
Lots of questions, yes.
If there's someone who currently has a membership
Right.
on an annual basis,
Yep.
are we giving them credit for that when they get into this somehow, or how are we handling that?
No,
Because
they're
the first
not.
question's gonna come us.
Right. No,
So
we're
if they
not.
just
Not
sign
giving
up
them
and
a-
say,
Right.
August here,
Right,
they don't get anything to that.
right, because
What
otherwise
you
it
would say
goes
to
off
them is,
the.
instead of this year signing up for another 1 year membership, go a little deeper in your pocketbook and sign up for a lifetime membership.
Let me remind people too that we do have installment plans.
Right.
So for the young alum from like new grad to 10, it's $500 and it's $100 for the year for 5 years. You know, the regular program is $600, $150 for 4 years. The Golden Life, people who've been out for 40 years or more, it's $300 for $100 a year for 3 years. And we got a surprise.
So let me ask my question I sent to you on email. You have a person who's 68 or 69 years old.
Right.
Graduated 15 years ago. Can we give them the golden life?
No, we have to do it by the graduation.
You have to wait till he's 110.
I mean,
Yeah.
the gentleman told me, he says, you know, by the time I pay this off, it's 17 years.
Yeah.
If I take the single, and he says, I'm, you know,
Sure.
80, whatever, 6 years old.
What it comes down to is really pride and support. And we put that money just into endowment and we work off the interest. And that's, one of the things that we learned in this whole strategic planning activity is the larger associations have 50% plus of their people being life members. We're about 17%. So you have to build that long-term strength by life membership. And then you can talk about on the front, just all the programs that life membership supports. Scholarships, student recruitment, careers. One of the things that people sometimes forget too is that we have to generate 70% of the entire budget. So the majority of the staff is paid for by the university, but all the programs and communications and the scholarships is all self-generated. All right, Amy?
I know what I do, Janice, my first is being a young alumni with 10 years, I get payroll deductions, so I take it out monthly. No, I know, obviously not all of them work here, but
Very
is that
attractive.
something that,
Yep.
I know we do in athletics, so you can still do that. I mean, I know from the younger alumni, that's probably enticing as opposed to looking at the $130 lump sum, they could do $15 a month or something like that.
For faculty and staff, we can do the payroll deduction. We're hoping by the October board meeting that we'll have electronic fund transfer up and running, and then, an individual can do a set fee a month for so many months in the very same name,
Okay.
to be able to do it.
Yeah. Bob is,
It's all a game of social outreach. It really is person to person in any charity or whatever. But the second thing that we did, when we all became Charter Life members, we put some of their names up somewhere. And this is a
Right,
big
that's a
enough
good one.
building that we can do that, and that turns people on like crazy.
well, that's why we put it there, printed their names, as part of that publication that we just mailed out. I mean, people can see. Plus, we're looking at doing, more things.
But I think, Lee,
things
that's
on the
something
web.
that, in the spirit of, we haven't thought of everything, that's a
Yeah.
good idea, that we should take back to committee.
Figure out how we.
Is that a brick, is that a wall, is that a?
You know what I thought, a tree of life.
We should
Right.
think that through.
Yeah,
I
we
think
have
that's a
to
good
think
point.
about a strategy for
Great idea.
8,000 people.
Hey, Lee?
Yeah.
Can I interrupt
Yeah,
and just
Janet,
say,
please
let's
do.
just bring on the teams and go back to Q&A, but I
Yeah.
wanted to clarify
Okay.
a couple of things.
All
All
right.
teams are armed with Get a Life buttons.
They're in your bags.
They're in your bags, so we encourage you to wear them to the game wherever you feel comfortable, so that people will ask you. We left it simply at Get a Life, ask me how. And the second thing is I wanted to clarify the math for you. All of the teams have 30 or 31 team members on them, and I think you heard this, but I wanted to clarify.
But you can recruit more, right?
You can recruit more, I was gonna say, you've got 30, 31, so to get to the 500, you do the math, I'm not as good at it. But if you get up to 50 members on your team, then you each only have to get, look at it like you each only have to get 10 members on your team.
Otherwise, it's like 17 per person.
Yeah.
By the end of December.
Yeah.
So Janet, just so we keep it straight, if somebody on the team, the green team, recruits a new member, they need to tell Brian, because he's the team captain, but do they also need to tell staff members so that they are on email lists and that?
Well, the person, if you're having someone complete the application, the
Okay.
application will tell us that. If
Got
they
it.
go onto the web,
But then he's asking for members, if they're gonna add members to the team.
oh, you need to let your team captain know, and your team captain will let Cheryl know.
Okay.
And I'll send out material.
And we'll send you the weekly updates, you'll see it there.
Yeah. And then, I don't know if you said it, but quickly, if you send somebody to the web, if you don't use the color coded, there's a source box on the web. I don't know if we said that as well. Okay, well, I'm Sam Zacharias tonight, so I have a lot to say, so let's move on.
All right, that's right. We want to hear from the team captains. I understand they've been strategizing. So Keith, we're going to start with you. So you want to talk about the White Knights?
Yeah. I'd like all the white team members to stand up. Excellent. Smaller numbers tonight, but growing by the hour. And I just want to say one big idea, and that is everybody's a winner in this campaign. But there are first place winners and there are second place winners. And so we aim to be the first place winner in this campaign because we really are going to make the good old college try or go big blue, as our song said. Go big blue, go big Pitt. So White, let's go. Eva,
First of all, green team, please stand. Robert, attaboy. Now, tell me if that doesn't look like a bunch of winners. I'm going to tell you, now somebody said for me to talk smack about the other team captain. I'm not going to do that because I never did that when I was at the university. You know, am I going to continue to do it today? However, I just want to say one thing, that when we were dealing and wheeling and dealing with trades and so forth, both Eva and Keith wanted to be on our team, but I so we made the captains of other teams to make them happy. Getting back to what this campaign means. You know, Lee refers to me as being the chairman of the strategic planning committee, which I was, but you know, it was obviously more than one person to come up with a plan like this. There were about 12 of us, I think, wasn't it 10 or 12 of us on the committee, and some of you here that are here did a great job with this. And what we're looking at is what we call a strategic rolling plan. 3 years in, and every year we're going to tweak the plan again for the fourth year out. And what it does is it makes it much more efficient for us to work on that basis. Now, the importance for this, of course, is we need to increase our membership strength in the organization. We need that for several reasons. One of it is for our financial stability. But the other thing is, while we're out, here's an opportunity for us as leaders to solicit members for a lifetime membership to this organization, but do it with enthusiasm so that they can understand what we feel as volunteers and how important we know that this organization is, how important it's been to us. I've been involved with this since even before we started the membership campaign, which was in 1971, I think, when my children matriculated here at the university. It's been a great experience for me, and I want that story to be told to other members so that we can bring these people in and exponentially create a tremendous membership in this organization. I've been just really blessed to have the staff that we have over here to work with us and so forth. And this is our way of showing our appreciation and get more numbers in here, and we're going to have a great time. And I feel sorry for you guys because we are winning. Thank you. Okay, what team do you know?
I'm Sam Zacharias,
I
I'm
know.
the orange team.
Yeah, I just want to introduce Janice Estelli, the captain of the orange team, for Sam Zacharias.
Sam Zacharias. Woo-hoo! Team Orange, will you please stand?
All right.
I'm not going to say anything poignant. I'm not going to talk about the importance of growing. Sam told me to talk smack, and that's what I'm going to do. He wanted me to let you know that we're going to cheat, we're going to beg, we're going to borrow, we're going to kick everybody's ass. I can say that. And we're going to steal members from the other teams because my team has Panther Passion, the drink that's being offered tonight at 7 o'clock, before the rest of you. So if you want to move on over to Sam's team, you let us know. Go Orange.
Thank you, alumni band. We said we make it fun, and we're going to make it fun. These captains, they do a great job. We're lucky to have them. And I think one of the byproducts of this whole campaign is you're going to get a chance to get to know each other. It's even better. Some people say, boy, we come in for these board meetings, you know, and we have one thing after another. But this is a chance where you're going to have some fun, some conference calls, and some emails, and I think it's going to be great. Let me just remind you here just of a couple of things. Take time to study your packets. Secondly, we have a list of prospects, those 500 cards out in the lobby. So before you go downstairs, feel free to look at that board, pick up some prospects. And third is you can take your bags and put them down in the first floor conference room in the Alumni Center just when you leave here. And then tonight, after the 7 to 9 program, you can go back and just pick up your bag. It's a chance, please, tonight, when you're downstairs, just thank these folks for being like members, thank them for being involved, and thank them for their support. Now with that, let me go back to any other questions you might have, and we'll be glad to respond to them. Will?
Yes, sir. Could we, put out a new bulletin publication, Life Member Journal, publish it quarterly? Because really, what we want is every life member get another life member. That's what we want to extend.
Okay. We'll keep adding these, sort of these ideas into this list and let this group work out. And Roger Blunt is the membership chair. And Roger's gonna be working on these ideas, and Roger's a man of action, as you know. Susan?
Non-alums, do they basically all have to pay the $600
Yes.
whether they're young or they're old because they're?
Right.
Okay.
They can join too in terms of associate
But it's
members.
gonna have to be the $600.
It's a $600.
And
Yes.
are we gonna have a list of the other teams so we know who, or can we go after other team members? I don't know who's not here.
Who's on the other team? Do we have a list?
All
or-
the Alumni Leadership Council and board members are on teams, and they have to
Yeah.
stay on their teams. So anybody on the board or the Alumni Leadership Council or.
Jan was stirring trouble.
So from beyond that, yes, everybody's been assigned
Okay.
to a team. Bill?
Same credit no matter what the membership is.
What now?
Same credit no matter what the
Right,
membership.
right.
We're gonna
No,
corner
except
the
the
market
joint
on
member you
Golden.
get two.
I'm
We
looking
got
at
Golden.
that.
Absolutely.
I just had a follow-up question. So if I'm recruiting two for one
Yeah.
joint, and one
Right.
is an alum and one is not, then what's the fee gonna be? for that?
Okay, then you'll see that just on your card. It'll show your joint, which will be like $750, for a regular
Even if
membership.
one of the members is not a graduate?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's the two people.
If it's a couple and they're young, it's
Yeah.
$650. If they're golden, it's $450.
And if they're not related at all, it's $600?
And you don't even
Yes.
have to be a Pitt alum to be part of the Pitt family.
You just can't,
That's exactly what my
become
boyfriend
one
It's
of
a
our.
great holiday, yeah. It's a great Christmas gift for.
I got the first one, okay. I'm sorry to bring this back.
Did you have one already?
Oh, yeah. And my uncle is downstairs.
Go, girl.
We got one though.
We go to some one of the team shapers in the league. We got one second.
No, what is it, two?
Hold on a second.
We are in the lead.
Okay, the question, that Gary came up with, will we be concerned about people being contacted by other folks? Because of your circles clearly just overlap, that will happen to a certain degree. On the list side, we'll try to keep those as clean as possible and try to just narrow down the focus, so we're not giving you, say, the Pi Kappa Alphas with the 60s, just a group.
When you come,
But I mean, it's really a viable marketing kind of thing. Keep in mind, we have 235,000 alumni and 3,100 life members. So it's a pretty big pool. Okay, Gary?
Why don't we announce,
Gary?
we'll split Chicago. Why don't we announce the 2009 price of $1,000 so this seems like a deal?
Let's get that on the list. Actually, looking at a school that just did that, so we are looking at that. Now, what's exciting about this campaign, it's a 3-year campaign, so we can phase in certain ideas this time, and then just keep ramping up and making it better and better. But it's, yeah.
and if you get somebody who can't really commit this year, you guys are on the teams for 3 years, keep their name handy and you know who to hit next
Yeah,
year.
the blue light special. Okay, Tony.
Can I introduce 3 new life members I got?
Please.
Andy, Jason, and Katie.
We're a tag team and we can be bought.
But
Get
they're
that
counselors.
text. Brian's keeping guard right over here. You gotta get me
We're
Brian.
gonna get physical, aren't we?
I mean, this is fun. That's what you want it to be. That's great. Okay, what other thoughts or perhaps, ideas do you have? I mean, clearly this is a work in progress. I mean, we put a basic structure together. Rich?
Can we get a sort by region of the state of the country?
Yep.
That would be done for me, I would prefer the state.
Yeah, can I help you with that?
Yes.
In your packets, there is a goldenrod piece of paper where if we have alum by activity, so let's say
Oh, you
you
wanna
were
talk about that?
alumni band. I can tell you, not all of our alums are coded, but for those that are on that list, for each of those student activity codes, for instance, if Tony wants to say
One's out
who
front.
was in band give you that. What we'll try to do is keep it within an area near you. And I don't care if you all throw cocktail parties, invite every single one to your house, whatever it takes. You know, we'll try to help you out with these lists. But you can have fun with it. All those Sigma Chi's are gonna be fighting each other. But, I can't guarantee that you're not all gonna get the same Sigma Chi, so, you know, duke it out amongst your brothers. But use that list as an idea when you call me as to what some of those categories are, and again, I can do region, school, year. Okay?
Right, that's a good point, Rich. What else do we have? What else? Does this make sense? Yes, Patty?
If we get life member
Yes.
outside of the 4-month period, the September to December, does the team still get credit overall for anything?
Yes.
So we should continue to promote as a team even in the off months if we get the.
Right, but this is really the incentive part of it, but then by all means, this is an ongoing
So
effort.
we get the 10,000, don't
Yeah.
quit.
Or in fact, you can hold them in your back pocket, then in September,
Say,
oh, look what I
okay,
got.
you can't join till September, you want me to do now.
Well, I know, but there's certain people in this room who are thinking that, so I want to acknowledge that.
Well, Lee, I think it's good to maybe talk about why we picked that time frame. As most people know that come out of a marketing background, a promotion or an activity is always more successful. It's concentrated and it's short-lived.
Yeah.
You don't want to ask people as volunteers just to keep after it again and again.
Yeah.
So we picked the fall season because of football and the
Start of
activities
school.
and coming back to school. And we hope that was the right decision. I think it
Great
is,
point, Keith.
but we want it to be, you know, boom, and then you get arrested for a while.
You know,
come back at it next year.
Part of the Member Get a Member campaign was getting game day here, was national TV, sold out stadium. So how many more prospects do you want? I mean, tomorrow, they're gonna be everywhere.
And when you
all right?
run out of your 10 cards tomorrow because you found 10 life members,
Not yet.
I'll send you more.
Dave wants that.
so if you get 10 tomorrow and you run out of these, I'll give you more. And if you wanna mail them to your friends, there are return mail envelopes in your package. Give them this return mail envelope, it'll come right back to the university.
And where are these again outside?
These are all in your
They're in
training
your
package.
packet. Everybody's got 10, then when you need more, just call the 1-800
Call me and I'll send you more.
ALU Pitt. One of the things that we did too, you have all been sent in terms of an email asking for your shirt sizes. You're gonna get a Cutter Buck, very nice shirt with the Alumni Association mark on it. So you can wear that to sporting events around town, you can wear these buttons. And they go, oh, you're with the Alumni Association, I just got something in the mail. And so you begin to prompt some conversations by people wearing that, and you're wearing these pins and those kinds of things. And look at the power of those life member pins right now in this room. Just look around, see how many people have their pins on. That's powerful. And when you see people out there, it's great. And when they have the Pitt Alumni with no life member, they're a prime prospect. They're not quite up to the life standard yet, they're already involved. So tomorrow you'll be seeing them around and so forth, and I think that's great. What other questions do you have?
Lee, can I just say?
Yes, Jan.
Please, if you're in town for the Pitt Louisville game, don't sit at home and watch it.
Yeah,
Please
please
use
come.
that event. The blue and gold students are very excited to host all of you and a potential life member. So please come to that event. I think it would be great. Everyone loves to interact with the students. Almost all of the blue and
Could be
golds,
huge.
except maybe Tyler, are gonna be at the event tonight. So, you know, interact with them, talk to them. They love to talk to all of you. So again, if you're in town, please come, bring your friends, bring potential life members. You'll get more information about that later, but I just wanted to make that plea to you now.
And in terms of our plans, we'll be starting just in the Alumni Center, but, you know, depending on response, we can grow into the ballroom too and have it as a big feed and just have a lot of fun watching that game, because that's gonna be a key game for us. There's no doubt about it. Okay, anything else?
Yeah,
Brian?
one more thing, before we adjourn, has anybody noticed anything different about your executive director?
Looks younger.
He looks like he's 26 years old.
I'm getting geared up for this campaign now.
I'll tell you what, if that made you geared up to do that,
I mean,
we got,
this is commitment.
okay, we're going.
I mean, this is commitment. All right, well, yes, Frank.
If we're gonna recruit after the friends of the university.
Yeah.
And non-alumni, is there a possibility that we could actually add a category? As opposed to say, well, you kind of fall under the alumni 600 membership. Please come up with a line item in the category or a form or something on the
We'll add that,
website.
and there's a
That
list.
says friends of the university, you
Yeah.
know, somehow call it something that's a nice category that I'm just not an afterthought.
Not just on the
For
application.
regular, we could call it alumni
make it a separate category, so I can go, I mean, there are people out
So
there
people
that I
feel
know.
included.
Matter of fact, we had a table today at the kickoff lunch, and there were 2 people here that are strong Pitt fans, huge Pitt fans, they didn't go here. So it'd be nice if it was shown, says, look, you can join you get all the information as a friend of the alumni,
point.
not kind of an afterthought.
So they feel part of it. And not
Absolutely.
just the exception.
Yeah.
Good point, Frank.
Another great idea.
We call those kind of the ABC alumni, the alumni by choice.
Absolutely.
Okay? And they get all the other benefits except they can't be one of our officers. But with their schedules, they probably don't have time to do that, but, that's the deal.
Hey, and
Okay.
we just found out from our membership coordinator, if you know of anybody that has joined, Frank, I think you asked this question, anybody that's joined, since the beginning of this fiscal year, since July 1, we run a window, if anybody upgrades, that we will just take that $35 or $45 out of what they paid, we